Good evening, everyone. Daniel Miller here. How are you all doing? Thank you so much for coming and joining my broadcast on gaming industry news, as always, every day, 5 days a week. And we have interesting news, obviously, for you prepared already. Lots of interesting bits, literally coming from all sections of industry in anticipation of a very big event this week, which is obviously the Game Awards 2018. And therefore we hear all sorts of rumours and ideas coming out of different parts of the world related to our favourite game developers. Some people are speculating whether we are to hear some special announcements at the event. Others are wondering whether some of the developers will announce their new projects, which so far have been under wraps. But for the rest of us, we just have to rely on what comes to our desk and indeed wait for the big event of this week and this year, I suppose. The news that came today were related to Crash Team, Epic Games, Battlefield 5, Halo, Hitman 2, Fallout 76, Rockstar, and many other ones. So without further ado, we are going to look at them one by one and examine what actually is happening out there with some of our favourite game developers. Crash Team Racing Remaster is looking very likely at the moment, and that bit of news is greatly exciting, as we obviously always love that game. Activision is remastering classic PlayStation card 'em up CTR Crash Team Racing according to the latest online. I'm literally living my Destiny world 24/7 online. According to the latest online rumours. The hash-coloured dice, and sliding into the Game Awards on the 6th of December, says the tweet, suggesting that reveal at Thursday's event is actually on the cards. And just like what I said early on, we just have to be very patient until tomorrow comes, because the big event is obviously tomorrow. So Eurogamer also seems to think that the Crash Team Racing remake is definitely happening, and they're usually quite spot on with their predicaments. So for all of you who remember, the older viewers I should say, and the older listeners, the older gamers like myself, Crash Team Racing was originally released on the PS1 back in 1999 and was Naughty Dog's last Crash game before the series traded creative hands throughout the 2000s, so between 2000 and 2010, and it was actually a good Mario Kart clone and gained quite a bit of following amongst the gamers at the time. So bring it on Thursday, let's hear more of those news during the biggest event of this year, obviously the Games Awards of 2018. We heard some news on Cliff Bleszinski last week, I think it was, and we are hearing more from Epic, and they confirmed that the Fortnite developer Epic Games has announced that it's taking on Steam by launching its own dedicated gaming store. So Steam at the moment is by far the most popular retailer online for anything PC related. And there's some merchandise and other bits in there, but it's PC games that Steam is obviously focused on, and Epic is going to contest that. So they are likely to be, they announced already the Epic Game Store, which is set to launch soon, and it's specializing in PC and Mac titles only, with developers getting 88% of the revenue in sales and the remaining 12% going to the Unreal Engine creator. I didn't tell you more about Unreal Engine. You will remember the Unreal tournaments, fantastic Xbox games, as well as obviously the Gears of War trilogy, which literally was setting standards for all sorts of FPS games, and anything which resembled a graphic novel. So it's quite a difference from when compared to the likes of Steam, which takes a 30% cut in revenue from game sales. So 88% will go to the developer, which means just 12% cut by the Epic Game Store. As a developer ourselves, we always wanted access to a store with fair revenue sharing that gives us direct access to our customers. said Tim Sweeney. He's the founder and CEO of Epic Games. And he said this to the Variety, as you know, the leading entertainment newspaper. Now that we've built such a store and Fortnite has brought in a huge audience of PC gamers, we are working to open it up to all developers. We are starting small with a hand-picked set of games at launch, explained Sweeney. We plan to grow throughout early 2019 and open the store up more widely later on. We'll have an approval process for new developers to go through in order to release a title. It will mostly focus on the technical side of things and general quality. Except for adult-only content, we do not plan to curate based on developers' creative or artistic expression. The company has confirmed that while titles utilizing any type of game engine will be welcome on the Epic Games Store, those that are powered by the Unreal Engine will see the license charge waived as well. So watch this space, and indeed everything set at the Game Awards 2018 on Thursday. In other words, tomorrow night. DICE delayed Battlefield 5's first free DLC. They postponed it, and writing in a post on Twitter via PST portal, the studio confirmed that Chapter 1 Overture has been delayed due to a technical hiccup. The update is part of the post-launch Tides of War event, which will dish out extra content in the coming months to keep things ticking over. Among the goodies featured with the update includes a new War Stories mission titled The Last Tiger, as well as the Belgium-based Panzerstorm map. DICE have not said when we can expect Overture to show its face. It did indicate that the delay will not be for too long. Battlefield 5 was released on PlayStation 4, PC and Xbox One on November the 20th. So it's only a couple of weeks ago, as you remember. And despite a few, obviously, game that's been very well received by the online gamers worldwide and indeed its hardcore fans. Halo TV show had lost its director. Director Rupert Wyatt has revealed that he's no longer directing the upcoming Halo TV show. Speaking in a statement this week, and that was reported by The Hollywood Reporter, Wyatt confirmed that he stepped down due to a change in production schedules. Nonetheless, he spoke highly of his time with the show, describing it as a creatively rich and rewarding experience. It's with great disappointment that changes to the production schedule of Halo prevented me from continuing in my role as a director on the series. My time on Halo has been creatively rich and rewarding experience with a phenomenal team of people. I now join the legion of fans out there, excited to see the finished series and wishing everyone involved the very, very best. Not a great deal is known about the Halo show at this point, and it was only earlier in the year we found out it was actually still going. Alive, if you could, you could say. The project still kept on the wraps. News kicked up a gear in June when it was confirmed that Showtime had ordered 10 episodes of the show to go into production in 2019. A few years later, a couple of months later, it was revealed that Master Chief, hero of the video games, will feature in the TV show as part of an original story. So at the moment, 343 Industries are currently considering the way on the next chapter in the sci-fi franchise Halo Infinite. We do not know any more of that, so watch this space for further details and possible dates. Hitman 2's December roadmap includes a holiday surprise. So the developer IO Interactive has confirmed its lineup of December content for the stealth-based sequel, and it includes, in the company's own words, a time-limited holiday surprise. Maybe Agent 47 can be coming up during Christmas period. Things kick off on December the 6th with Occupational Hazards, the first of 5 featured contracts created by the community that will be rolled out for Hitman 2 over time. This one is themed around anything to do with jobs, occupations and professions. Following this will be Elving Augment on December the 13th, which is the second escalation contract for Hitman 2 that sees the stoic assassin hitting the Isle of Segal. December the 18th will see the launch of the mentioned holiday surprise, and we'll find out more on that day in detail. Rounding things off will be 2 more content drops, one of which arrives on December the 21st as a new elusive target, the Revolutionary. He'll appear in Santa Fortuna for 10 days, and the event gives you access to the Casual Tourist with Love suit if you manage to dispatch your target. And then finally December 27 rounds things off with the Terms Infatuation, a new Santa Fortuna based escalation event. Hitman 2 arrived on PlayStation 4, PC and Xbox One last month, and certainly I consider it to be a very, very exciting stealth game. Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition, nylon bags are getting replaced, and that is after all of those complaints from the gamers and customers worldwide. Bethesda has announced that it will replace the nylon bag that shipped with Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition with the proper canvas version which was originally advertised. This is actually the second time that Bethesda has attempted to address the situation. Last week it said it would offer 500 atoms to owners of the Power Armor Edition after players discovered the bundle included a cheap nylon bag instead of the military-style canvas version. It's now stepped up its game, confirming that you can get the replacement canvas bag, providing you contact the studio by January the 31st of 2019. Fallout 76 was released on PlayStation 4, PC and Xbox One in mid-November, and it has been received by many gamers worldwide with excitement, but the critics have given it a lukewarm response. Regrettably, Fallout 76 suffered a lot of technical problems, and Bethesda are working on the clock to resolve all of those as soon as practicable. Rockstar are to rebalance Red Dead Online in-game economy. Rockstar Games have confirmed that it plans on tweaking the in-game economy for Red Dead Online following feedback from users during the beta for the online cowboy game. The main issue Rockstar wants to address is to ensure that all activities in Red Dead Online are appropriately rewarded, in addition to ironing out any difficult bugs that are still lingering from the game. Current areas of focus include the in-game economy, which will require some additional balancing in order to ensure all activities are appropriately rewarding and fun, as well as some persistent bugs that are causing some players to be kicked out from the sessions, said Rockstar. One major problem users have raised is the fact it takes a terrible amount of time just to grab one gold bar, taking about 8 hours. In fact, there were some Reddit users indicating that the problem is much greater than that, so if you're interested you can obviously access Reddit and find information there. Gold bars are going to be used to obtain cosmetic items. In addition, microtransactions will also be available within the Red Dead Online store at a later date. As for the next update, we should expect it by the end of the week. Red Dead Redemption 2 was released on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in late October, and indeed it has shipped over 12 million copies worldwide. It's one of the most successful game releases in history. $725 million made in 3 days during the release weekend. Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey has been confirmed for the Game Awards 2018. Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey is putting in an appearance at the Game Awards 2018 later this week. If you are not familiar with the title, that's the new game from Patrice Désilets, the producer of the first Assassin's Creed. From the look of things, we'll be getting some brand new gameplay, which should be worth a look, as we haven't seen anything on the game since 2017. Ancestors was originally announced back in 2015. Haven't read much about the title so far. Ancestors will bring players to explore, expand and evolve to advance the clan to the next generation, the harsh, ruthless yet beautiful land of Africa, starting 10 million years ago. Desilets originally departed Ubisoft back in 2010 during the development of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood for THQ Montreal. However, after Ubisoft snapped up that studio 3 years later, Desilets found himself back at his former company, where he spearheaded a new project titled 1666 Amsterdam. Unfortunately, the former Assassin's Creed lead again departed Ubisoft, although he maintained at the time that it was not his decision. He later founded Panache Digital Games, Panache I should say, at which point he gained the rights back to 1666. However, that project failed to materialize. So we've not heard yet, but the Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey, has yet to attract a release date. So we do not know when the game is likely to come out. So these are all the news that we have received today. And now we are going to look at some of the special offers as provided by Microsoft, Steam and PlayStation. So just bear with me, I'll get some of the data and we'll be presenting you with some of those exciting offers. As we know, PlayStation Store did have a very exciting weekend, which was offering a tremendous number of games on basically very low prices. I did describe that the new Christmas sale is differently organized this year. It is divided into 4 different weekends lasting for roughly 4 days, and each weekend will then provide you with a selection of discounted titles. So let's have a look at those offered today. We have quite a number offered on 70% off. One of those is Hitman Game of the Year Edition. That is on PlayStation, $12.49. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt offered on price of $12.49. For Honor Standard Edition offered on the price of $12.49. Borderlands The Handsome Collection $11.24. Mortal Kombat X $10.39. Shadow of the Colossus $11.99. Doom Wolfenstein 2 Bundle $16.04. Skyrim Special Edition Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition $22.39. Prey plus Dishonored 2 Bundle $14.69, and the list goes on and on. So in order to find some of the best titles and the best games on PlayStation, just head to PlayStation Store, go to the section for bundles and discounts, and the exclusive discounts of up to 70%. Let's have a look at Microsoft and let's see what they offer as well. We have seen recently that Microsoft were heavily competing with PlayStation on the discounted games front, and both of those giants, tech giants I should say, are focusing on digital download sales, and lots of those offers to their in-house stores are offered on very good prices. I have to say that for all of us Destiny fans and obviously Bungie supporters, we have been very excited to come to the Season of the Forge, and as you know, this season has been advertised heavily and talked about quite a bit for a number of months. It is a part of Destiny 2 Forsaken annual pass, and it had started yesterday, so everyone who has been enjoying the niceties of that season, everyone who had purchased the annual pass, please get in touch with myself or my community members and let us know how you're finding it so far. Bungie have been equally excited about the launch date and are very keen to hear from all of our Destiny community members and fans, basically in order to get a good picture on how their packages are being currently received, and obviously what the expectations are for the rest of the season. I posted some of those beautiful wallpapers that came to my desk last week. They include the Black Armory wallpaper, which looks terrific on some of my devices, and also those 2 Advent style calendars that are giving us the correct dates of those releases with their contents as well. So nothing better than having those 3 wallpapers on our PCs, tablets, telephones, mobile phones and various other gadgets inclusive of Xbox One and PS4. They look beautiful, and indeed they're drawing our attention to the next generation of online gaming, which obviously Bungie is the leader of. So let's have a look at some of the bundles available through Xbox. Quite a range of games, but unfortunately they are not offering anything particularly exciting right now in view of the sales which they had during the Black Friday weekend. I'm just looking at some of the heavily discounted offers. There are some games which are not particularly well known. We have One Wars $359, we have Cluster Truck $749, we have Black and White Bushido $649. We have the Jackbox Party Quad Pack $74.99, which is actually quite expensive. Boiling Bolt is $6, and Nightmares from the Deep Collection, it's quite a good adventure game, $35.99. North $1.49, which is very low price for that game. Rocket Wars $3.99. Grim Legends Collection, also quite a good game, $35.99. Awkward $5.99. Grab the Bottle $2.49, and the list goes on and on. Gnome's Garden is offered on $2.50. So let's have a look at Xbox exclusives. No Xbox exclusives, not Xbox Enhanced. Ascension is offered on $6.99. Minecraft Starter Collection is offered on $29.99. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice $29.99, and do not forget this game is now included on Xbox Game Pass. So if you want to play it, you can just subscribe and you will get it on your Game Pass, and you can play it obviously until the end of your days. And State of Decay 2 $29.99. Halo Wars $39.99. Gears of War 4 $39.99. So the prices are really quite steep. No discounts as such at the moment through Microsoft Store, which we could really consider of interest. Let's quickly have a look at Steam and see whether there are some interesting deals in there as well. Just bear with us a moment. There we are. As you know, Steam were offering lots of great discounts during the Black Friday weekend, and some of the deals were also extended, so we thoroughly enjoyed many of the offers. Let's see what is offered by Steam today, and I have seen some excellent PC games on very low prices there recently. Very encouraged to see that they're continuing with those offers as well in some cases. Well, we have Northgard Midweek Madness offered on the price of $11.89. I have seen that one of the very exciting RPG adventure games, I'll tell you a bit more about that in a moment. Northgard, which is your strategy game, is offered on the price of $11.89, 50% off the usual price. So that's very good. It's just offered until Friday, so you can buy it in the next 3 or 4 days. Armello is offered on a price of $7.49, and that's terrific also. A very good price, 50% off. And then we have Mudrunner, I should say, a sprinters game. I just got everything wrong today, you know, something wrong with my eyesight. I can't see properly from distance. Spin Tires Mudrunner is the title of the game, and this game is offered on the price of $9.99, which is 50% off the usual price. And then coming back to the RPG adventure game The Council, basically the game is offered as a complete season both on Steam and PlayStation 4, and you should absolutely consider it. It's a very, very interesting game. The complete season on Steam will cost you $12.99, and literally it includes everything that was released. And if you are a bit more interested, I can certainly tell you that the complete season of the console is giving you access to all 5 episodes, and the console is an episodic game like no other, delivering a fresh new take on the narrative adventure. Your choices and character growth truly matter. You have to make hard-hitting decisions, develop an array of skills, and all of those will directly impact on how the story will unfold. You have permanent, long-lasting consequences, and there is no way of going back. So really very much based on your decisions. Plunge into a tale of intrigue and manipulation in the style of classic murder mystery, living with a cast of alluring characters, each hiding their own dark secrets. Trust no one. So absolutely one of my top favorites, and I will be certainly looking to purchase that during the Christmas period. Most likely to be on PlayStation 4. So the console offered on Steam for £12.99, 50% discount. Some strategy games offered in here: War in the East, £60.99, Gravity Tactics, £22.99, Operation After War 4, £30.99, Their Infamy, mere £3.41, Steel of Armor, Blaze of War, £22.99, Sturmovik, Battle of Stalingrad, £39.99, and the list goes on and on. Curators are recommending to myself personally Soma as the game, which is offered on £22.99, but I shall decline the Curators offer, and do you know why? Soma is offered through PlayStation Plus to all of us subscribers free of charge this month, and that's the remastered, reduxed version of this game with all of its in-game scenarios and subplots. So obviously one of the best offers that PlayStation Plus had offered us so far. Absolutely love it and truly appreciate what they're doing for us, these subscribers. So if you are a hardcore adventure stroke survival horror game type of fan, subscribe to PlayStation Plus and you'll get Soma free of charge this month. Last month we had Yakuza and Bulletstorm, so you know, considering these games otherwise would have been costing you £30-40, this is just simply phenomenal. Right, we've come to the end of our recommendations, and this is the end of our gaming industry news for today. I thank you all for coming, and I wish you all a very, very good night.